And there's my Shannon. Jumping right on. I was on last night, but man, I was drained last night. I felt like I wasn't making sense. Hey, well, it depends on what the question is, Ericka. If you want to ask the question, then I can tell you whether or not I feel comfortable asking spirit. Am I currently pregnant? I mean, I could flip a card, and basically, if it's a positive meaning, I can associate that with yes, and if it's a negative meaning, I can associate that with no. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hey, Hailey. Hanging at home, not doing much. The kiddos are taking a nap, so that's the only reason why I'm on real quick. I don't really like to do questions like that, Ericka, but if you want, I can flip a card for you and see. Okay, Ericka, I need your birthday. Your mom is a slut. Will you please do my question after? Sure. That's a pretty serious screen name. Good God. I mean, I'm not like obsessed about doing pregnancy questions. It's just something that Ericka wanted me to ask, and I told her that I won't do like an actual reading on it. I'll flip a card for it. So I'm just waiting for her to give me her date of birth, and then I'm gonna flip a card and just kind of see what I get out of it, and then move on with the readings. 12:10. Is Ericka pregnant? Is Ericka pregnant? I even have like bad juju coming over me for even asking the question. I feel like it's one of those like sacrilegious type of things to ask. Ericka, 12:10, is she pregnant? I got the Three of Swords, heartbreak and betrayal. I would say if you want to be pregnant, you're not pregnant now, and you're striving for that. But I'm seeing that being a negative card. I'm gonna say no. I know, right? I usually never have anybody ask for that, and then you guys got the same birthday. It's funny. So I'm sorry about that, Ericka. Like I said, it's, I don't know. I got weird vibes on that one. All right. Your mom's a slut. I can't get over that fucking screen name. Okay, did my boyfriend tell anyone else about our intimacy besides Dylan? Okay, Kay, I need your birthday. Thank you for the rose. 12/22. 12/22. Is your boyfriend tell anybody about your intimacy issues with anybody besides Dylan? And Kay, if you can, do me a favor, write in caps, just so that I can find you easier throughout the live if I ask you questions, okay? I can do you next, Hailey. Just hang tight, okay? Thank you. Okay. All right, Kay, so first thing I'm kind of seeing, I'm seeing the 5 of Cups. I am seeing the 8 of Cups. I'm seeing some sadness and feeling of having to walk away from a situation. You know, the thing is that if it's not your boyfriend, you have to worry about them saying about your issues with your intimacy life with other people, and then now Dylan knows about it too. It just sounds like it's getting messy. So if it's not something that you want to have to worry about with your boyfriend, I mean, I feel like Dylan's like its own other chapter. But I mean, I am seeing sadness. I kind of do foresee this is kind of going to be coming up and blowing up in your face, and you having some hurt feelings and having to walk away from a decision. I feel like you're kind of committed into this relationship, and you know, you have like this sense of like nostalgia with this relationship that you're in, and really wanting to take things to the next level and really kind of embark on what the possibility of the relationship could be. But I definitely feel like this person could have like almost like an egomania type of personality and just wants to brag. I mean, you sound young, no offense, but it just seems like, you know, it seems like almost like an immaturity battle that you're dealing with. That sadness card kind of tells me that you're going to be upset. So, I mean, it's very possible. You know, that's kind of like a little bit more of a hard one to tap into, but I feel like you're going to be very upset with the outcome and the situation that's going to be presented. And I feel like you're going to have to make a decision and kind of either turn your back on it or... Thank you, he lied to me about it at first. Well, and that's probably where the sadness card comes in. You know, you're probably a little bit hurt and having your feelings hurt about it. So, I mean, I definitely can see that. But, you know, you want to be in a relationship and give your body to somebody and have that stay between you and that other person. And sometimes immaturity can take place, and they want to gloat in it and almost feel like they're in control and are powerful, and they start telling people about it. I really am. You're an angel. Thank you for returning. Oh, you're very welcome. You know, I wouldn't take it personal. Like, I don't feel like it's something that's vicious towards you with the person that you're in a relationship with, but it just feels almost like an immaturity thing. Like, they get off feeling like they're bragging about what you and they are doing behind closed doors. So it's not necessarily like I said, you know, you got another person that knows about it too, like that Dylan person. So you just kind of have to be careful and just know that people do talk. Let me pull a couple more cards. Yeah, so I wanted a little bit more clarification, and I feel like you kind of have like this thought of it being like a very strong connection with your significant other, and just having that safe feeling. And he was telling me that he wanted it to be private and it's our business, and then he told Dylan. Yeah, that's a unfortunately that is an ego enhancer for him. That's definitely him getting off by bragging about it. So, I mean, I definitely see you wanting to have that stability with your significant other and wanting to create all these great ideas of what a relationship's going to be. But I do see that moon card, and that moon card is the card of lies and deceit. So, there's something that you're not being told. He's definitely being sneaky and talking about personal things behind your back that he shouldn't be. So maybe that's definitely another indicator for spirit saying just kind of walk away from the situation. Maybe, you know, give yourself a little bit of break, ignore him, give yourself some space, see how things play out. But I'd be careful from here on out. I would. All right, who was the one that said they wanted the reading that was so desperate? I can't remember the screen name. Let me see if I can find it. Hailey. I wish I knew that he's talking about him impacting so much. Okay, hey Hailey, I see you. Yeah, you know, and honestly, I keep hearing the word immaturity. I just feel like it's an age thing, and just, you know, he's just not emotionally at your caliber of a level yet. I feel like you're a little bit more advanced. I don't see you guys on an equal play field. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. So I would, you know, when you're young in a relationship, I mean, people like to stay in it just out of, you know, not wanting to have to go through like the boredom. But I mean, I would just keep it moving. I mean, life's too short. I would just move on to the next. Okay, Hailey. Well, my best friend and I reconcile. I feel like she's fully replaced me. Okay, Hailey, I need your birthday, please. And then if you can, write in caps so it's easy for me to find you, please. I'm going to shuffle while I'm waiting for that. And then, like I said, just write in caps for me, Hailey. And also too, Hailey, I mean, keep in mind, like with best friends, friendships are like a roller coaster. I mean, people go in and out of communication. Definitely, like with my situation, I had a best friend of like 25 years, and literally there was some years that we were super close and some years that we just didn't talk, but we always picked up right where we left off. It's very unique and uncommon for somebody to have a best friend that is like a ride or die bitch every single step of the way for the rest of your life. Friendships do come and go, and they go highs and lows. But let's still pull a card on it. We were extremely close, living together and all. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm going to be looking down the cards now, though, Hailey. So from here on out, write in caps, just so when I look up, I can find you. Please. Will Hailey and her friend reconcile? Okay, Hailey. First of all, the first thing I am seeing in this reading is that I see the Seven of Pentacles. I am seeing that this relationship is going to take time to build. I am seeing that you're almost having to, I feel like you're grasping at this relationship. I feel like you are constantly having to defend yourself and defend your feelings and how you feel about your friendship with this other person. I do feel it is a passionate friendship, that you love this friend, almost like a twin flame connection. But I am seeing a little bit of a battle between you and that other person, because I am seeing the King of Wands twice. So there can be a little bit of that competition between this new friend that you're dealing with the friend that you're dealing with right now. But I feel like a lot of this is in your head. I see the Eight of Swords, and that's basically like you being stuck in your head and having this kind of overwhelm you. We actually have twin flame tattoos together. You know, I feel, okay, look, don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like you're doing a lot of, okay, don't hate me when I tell you this, okay? I'm saying this from love, so don't take it personal. But I feel like a lot of this negativity, I'm seeing the Devil card and the Eight of Swords. I feel like a lot of this is that you're bringing this on to yourself. You know, I see this being a healthy friendship, but I see it kind of taking a path where you need to kind of take a step back and nurture it. I mean, definitely keep a communication, but you need to kind of let her do her thing. You know, she might need to emotionally grow without you for a period of time, and that's going to be okay, but you also need to do the same. You know, if you have that twin flame connection with this friend, she's always going to be in your life. You guys are always going to be super close. So just kind of give it a little bit of time. I do see a little bit of that rivalry because I am seeing the King of Wands twice. So this is a very passionate, very in control situation that's going on between the three of you and your best friend, and then your best friend having a new friend. It's a little bit of a balance game. So just don't be that single white female where it's like, you know, she's like, she's so obsessed with me. You know, just take a little bit of a break. I don't see anything indicating a severance of the relationship, but you might just need to take some time apart. Let me pull some more cards on it. But I do see a lot of this is a lot of negative feeling that you're kind of bringing onto yourself. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. And I do see the relationship kind of getting back to where it could be, but it's just going to take time. That Seven of Pentacles is something that takes a lot of time and patience. You need to have patience with this relationship. This isn't going to be happening overnight. Any more messages for Hailey Spirit with her and her friend? Okay, so it's weird. I am seeing that Tower card. I feel like this is kind of like almost devastating you, Hailey. That Tower card is like basically everything kind of crumbling. I feel like you may feel very lost without your friend or having that twin flame connection on a consistent basis. This could be a period of time that you just kind of need to spiritually connect and kind of ground yourself and kind of pull it together. I see that you really need to devote yourself into standing strong and getting some accomplishments in life and validation on a soul level. You need to kind of just have a little bit of like a hermit mode. You kind of need to embark life right now, I feel like, alone. You know, not having that friend to be so clingy to every step of the way. I do see the tragedy. I mean, I see the feeling of lost and pain of not having that twin flame connection, because it's something that I feel like it's very, you know, healed you and has guided you in life, and you've been very connected with your friend. But Spirit's telling me that you kind of need to fly solo for a little bit, is what I'm picking up on. It's going to work out. You guys are gonna, you know, pick up right where you left off, but you need to balance out and take some time. Yes, it's been a big life change. Yeah, things are gonna continue to change, but after argument, you know, that's the thing about best friends. Sometimes it's like you're so close and you're so connected that you really don't argue, and sometimes you could have years down the road before you have that knockout drag ass fight. And sometimes when you're two friends and you're so close and you really have never had a fight, that first fight can really test the relationship. So if it was a knockout drag ass fight, I would take some time to kind of let things cool off. But, you know, feel it out. It's hard because I am the only child, so for me, my friendships are very close, and I've gone through it all. So I know what it's like to have that twin flame connection with somebody, and then having a falling out, and then not really having that confidence of where it's going. You're very welcome. I hope that helped. I'm sorry that you were going through that. That sucks. I know, Shannon. I have been there. Like I said, it was that friendship of 25 years, and oh, that's another story for another day. Thank you for the likes. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Okay, Nina. I'm gonna do Nina. Nina's screaming at me. Nina, Nina, Nina. Okay, I got Nina. Nina. Approaching. This is something that is really going to devastate you. You're going to feel very gained up on from individuals or from a significant other. I do see the feeling of being like left out in the cold and just trying to deal with the actual trauma. I almost feel like this is kind of in a result of you having to walk away from a situation or having to make a very difficult decision, and you are ignoring the signs. What's going on? Because like I said, the tower moment is a pretty severe moment in life where everything's kind of crashing down around you. But I got that Eight of Cups in reverse, and I feel like this is, I don't want to say it's your fault, but it almost feels like you're ignoring your intuition and your feelings, and you're not walking away, and you should be. It's almost like exhausting, like the type of situation that's very exhausting for you. Is that making sense? Are you going through something right now? But yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Before I dive in deeper, I kind of want to just, I don't feel like I can think of anything. Okay, well then take that as a warning. Take that as a very, very strong warning. I am seeing a Tower card, and that Tower card, nothing that's happening yet. Okay, do me a favor too, just write in caps, because it's kind of, when people start calling me, I don't want to lose you. Yeah, I'm definitely, okay, so that's a warning. Just be careful. I do see that Tower card. I do see you having to really kind of defend yourself. This could be a relationship that, you know, fighting might be coming in, and you are wanting to make your point clear. You wanting to stand up for yourself and to, talk about how you feel in the situation, and you kind of ignoring that intuition is kind of how I'm picking up on it. When something hits the fan and you're going through a very traumatic experience, whenever this situation does come up, I feel very compelled to tell you, you really need to stand up for yourself and to speak on the topic and how it makes you feel. So this is something that's going to be coming up. Let me dive in. Yeah, you got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is the card that says you need to be ready to take action. Something is gonna happen. Something's gonna pop off. I mean, it's not like you're gonna have to really kind of wonder, like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Write it down, because if nothing's happening right now, you need to write it down and put it away, and then come back and read at another date. But I'm definitely am seeing that Tower card. Something big's about to happen. You're going to have to defend yourself. You're going to have to speak on your intuition. You're going to need to be ready to take action, to take charge. It is kind of going to give you that feeling of being left out in the cold. But I feel like with this being said, I do feel you're going to be healing from it. This is something, it almost feels like, it's weird. It almost feels like a family secret. I don't know why. That's so random in this reading, but I am almost getting that intuition. Like, I feel like there's going to be a family secret that's going to be revealed, and you're going to have to stand up for yourself and speak on it, or say what you saw or what you believe or how you feel. I don't know why that was really powerful for me to say for whatever reason, so take it for what you want. But I do see things kind of healing down the road. I do see you know, stability in home life. I do see the Sun card. I see happiness. I see the Ace of Wands. I see a lot of creativity, you know, coming out of you. So whatever this big negative experience is about to happen, just take it with a grain of salt and just take time, and just know that that's going to be your opportunity to really kind of stand up for other people, or for you to acknowledge how you feel about it. Do you think it'll be my family secret or my friend's family secret? I feel like this is going to be you. I mean, that's what I'm channeling in right now. I'm channeling you and your birthday. So this message is for you. So, I mean, if it's the family secret, or if it's like the friend's family secret, but you were impacted and you have to stand up and state, you're going to know when the time happens. When you have this Tower moment, and when shit hits the fan, you're going to listen to your gut intuition, and you're going to know that this is what I was talking about on today's live. So just know and like I said, I felt like it was like almost like a family secret. You experienced something, or you saw something. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to speak what's on your mind. Spirit wants you to know that when that time happens, be ready to take action. Be ready to take charge, is what I'm picking up on. I feel like you can manifest many things. You're very talented in that aspect. I do see a lot of happiness, and I see stability. So good things are coming. I do see you healing after this big conflict with the situation with the Tower moment. So I do see you kind of healing and investing into your happiness. I see things becoming easier for you to micromanage. But that's the biggest thing that I just saw. Something's about to come out, and it almost feels like you're not, I'm almost getting the vibe that you aren't a very good communicator. Sorry if I'm misjudging, but I feel like almost like Spirit wants me to say, like, you are going to be pushed in a corner and you really need to stand up for yourself, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that made sense or not. I hope it did. But that's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah, I'm the worst. Yeah. And it's okay. But I think that's the reason why that spirit really wanted me to clarify the fact that, you know, don't miss out on this opportunity. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to speak the truth. You need to talk about how it made you feel, what you witnessed. You need to stand up for yourself. You have to be ready to take action. That's what the big thing about the Page of Swords. You need to be ready. It's going to come, and I almost feel like you're not going to want to go there. Almost like it's like some type of like a trauma of some sort is what it kind of feels like. Well, I can feel like the anxiety of it. But it's really important for you to evolve and go into a new chapter in life and mature by having this experience. So it's almost like a test. You're going to go through like a really big test, and that's the biggest thing with spirit. They're going to find out whether or not you pass the test or not. So be ready for it. I hope that helped. Thank you for the rose. Anything else you wanted me to clarify on before I move on to Bobby? Yeah, it did. Thanks so much. I'll come back after for an update. Okay, definitely. And you can always message me too. So, but yeah, definitely write it down. That was a lot of information. I also put my lives on YouTube. So if you want, I always label each live on YouTube, like the date in which the live took place. So if you ever want to revert back to it and kind of, you know, feel it out, I'll save them. That's kind of what I've been doing. I just started doing that. But yeah, definitely see how it pans out. Just know that when the opportunity presents itself, you have to be ready. Okay. Okay. Where's Bobby at? You're so very welcome. Hi, Bob. Okay. Is that Alida? Alida? Am I pronouncing that right? 7:30. Right now I'm just doing Alida. 444. I can do you next. Okay, Alida. All right, Alida. Now 7:30. What am I asking again? What do you want to know? Uh, 7:30, Alida. What do you want to know, Alida? Hey, Annette, I can get to you after 444. Just hang tight, because sometimes it's just, I get so many people and it gets confusing. I had a miscarriage and was wondering if I'll have my rainbow baby. Okay, let's see. Alida, 7:30. Let's do kind of more like a general reading on that topic. I don't want to ask verbatim straight up if you're going to have the rainbow baby, but let's just kind of see what spirit. I just have so much going on. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's hone in and just kind of get a clarity reading and see if that pops up. Because sometimes there might be other messages that are intertwined with that. You're very welcome. Okay. for Alida. Can we please get a general reading on her situation and what she's going through right now, Holy Spirit? All right, you ready? First and foremost, I feel like you are in a very healthy relationship with your significant other. The person that you're with right now, I am seeing the King of Cups, and I'm also seeing the Knight of Cups. I see just a flourish of love between the two of you. I feel like this is the ideal romantic partner that you are supposed to be with. I feel like that this person does kind of give you the feeling of validation and loving type of relationship you want. However, I feel like right now, you got a lot going on. I mean, I'm seeing the 9 of Swords, which is just the utmost amount of stress and anxiety in your life right now. And I'm seeing the 10 of Wands. So I'm seeing a lot of stress, a lot of burdens. I see a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of you kind of keeping yourself up at night with all of this stress and anxiety. You know, I don't know if maybe right now, don't think this the wrong way. I don't know if you're going through like a boredom and maybe that's the reason why you're so gung-ho on having this baby, but I am seeing the boredom card. I also got the 6 of Wands in reverse, and the 6 of Wands upright is victory, and the 6 of Wands in reverse basically means that you need to reassess your goals. So maybe right now this is just not right timing for you to have a baby at this moment. Everything happens for a reason. I am seeing that love and that committed relationship. Maybe this is a really important chapter for you and your significant other to bond on another soul level and kind of really dive deep and just make sure that that foundation is solid. I don't know if you already have children, but if you do, great. If then you'll know what I'm talking about. But usually when children come into a relationship, it brings a lot of stress, and especially if it's the first time you're having a child with somebody, it's kind of almost like a tango match of like who's going to do what responsibilities around the house, who's going to be contributing more with the baby. So, you know, I feel like almost like right now before you get blessed with a whole new abundance of joy, definitely take time just to nurture your relationship, because I do see it's a very healthy, romantic, ideal romantic partner. I mean, the King of Cups is like the best romantic partner sign that you could possibly get. And I see new love coming in too. So I definitely feel like you guys just need to really kind of hone in on that. That to me almost feels like the big message is that you need to kind of just solidify your relationship, because if you've never had kids before, or if you already have children with your significant other, I feel like, you know, having a new baby does bring a lot of joy, but it's, you know, a lot more responsibility. It's, you know, I mean, you are tied down with kids. Do you have children at all? We have one. Okay. You know, sometimes too, when you have that one, you kind of almost have in your mind of that vision of like, okay, I'm gonna have one and I need to hurry up and have another one so that the other, she's a handful. I got 3. They are handfuls. But when you have the one, you go through this almost like guilt, like, you know, as the one grows up, you want to be able to make sure that they have a sibling close in age that they can be close with. And I'll be honest, I have 3. So I have one that's 5.5 years of an age gap, and then I have 2 that I had back to back. And even with that big age gap, they're still just as close. So if you're going to go through this period of time of just taking a break, I feel like that's really important right now on your relationship. You know, going from 1 to 2 is huge. Once you go from 2 to 3 and then so on, it's a cake. But going from 1 child to 2, and if she's already a handful, I mean, good God. I mean, I'm telling you, just, I feel like Spirit just wants you to kind of enjoy the marriage or enjoy the relationship that you have right now, because I feel like that extra life in your life is going to, you know, it just, they wear you down, man. They wear you down. They, they break your soul. Children do. You're never the same after you have children. There's a lot of decision making that's going to be coming up in the future. I see a lot of choices being presented your way. I see you guys working really hard building your foundation, building your family, kind of like that busy bee nest, like always trying to make the house look prettier, or always trying to expand to, you know, just make everybody's life more compatible and just being happy in general. I just see you guys being very busy. I see a lot on your plate, and I feel from Spirit right now it's just not the right timing. But I keep going back to the whole King of Cups and this Judgment card. Spirit is definitely wanting me to tell you that it is a necessity for you to make sure that your relationship with your significant other is healthy before you dive in with a new child. I have a small business and I've been stalling because of all this going on. Mom life, business life, I'm a business owner. I got 3 kids. It's a lot. And I live in a 1,000 square foot house. So I've got a small house, it's loud, it's crazy, I'm empathic, I got sensory issues. I can't handle a lot of noise. Like, it's stressful. Home life, mom life, it is stressful. And then you're smart enough and you have a small business and you're just trying to work it all out. Yeah, it's not easy. It's a hard chapter of life that you're in right now. But I'm going to go right back to it. Spirit really wants you to invest in your relationship. I feel like it's so slow because I'm not putting my all. You know what? I saw an interview with Judge Judy, of all people, and she was talking about this like famous painter. Like, she was like a famous painter, and she didn't become a famous painter until she was like in her 80s. And the moral of the story was like, you know, she didn't paint in her 20s. So what she didn't do in her 20s, you can do in your 30s. And what you don't do in your 30s, you can do in your 40s. What you didn't get done in your 40s, you can do in your 50s. And if you didn't do it in your 50s, you can do it in your 60s. You know, I feel like that whole Millennium and Generation X, or no, Generation Z, has that type of mentality. Like, we have to do things quick and fast because we're young and we're only young once. You got time. You got time. I'm owning my business now for the 2nd time. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can take a break. It's going to be okay. You can be a stay-at-home mom for right now and just enjoy the life of just being with your significant other and having children. If you don't do it in this decade, you can do it in the next decade. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very stressful to balance everything. It's very overwhelming. I mean, there's days and nights where I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I run the kids to school, I go to work, I come home, I cook, and then it's bath time and everybody goes to bed. My life is flying by. I feel like it's so slow because I'm not putting on my own. Yeah, well, I mean, timing's everything, but I see you working very, very hard. And I see, you know, you have almost like confusion is what it's being screamed at me. Confusion. I feel like there's a lot going on that you can't really hone in on what path to take right now, but Spirit wants you to focus on your relationship. Because I tell you what, you need to have a strong relationship / marriage to be able to withstand the stress and the anxiety of having multiple children and being a business owner and juggling it and just having it all. You guys have got to be a strong, compatible team. Because if you're not a strong team, then the other person's doing more work than the other one. And then that will just build and feed into resentment. And then that's, you know, you give that shit 3 or 4 years, and then that's the end of the relationship. I've seen it. Been there, done that. Okay, let's get a little bit more of a timeline on the baby, though. Spirit, can we get a little bit more of a timeline on the new baby and just some more general, please? Yeah, so, I mean, I see the Six of Pentacles, and that's basically just enjoying life with other people. Really kind of just taking the moment and just enjoying that time that you have. I do see the Sun card, and if you can see, that is a lady who is pregnant. I mean, I got 3 different decks I'm using on you, but how funny is it that I did see the Sun card, and on that one deck with that one card, she's pregnant, dancing around happy. I do see things happen. It's a beautiful name, though. Okay, I wanted to know how my week will go starting Monday. That's what you want to know? You want to know how your week's gonna go? that's the big psychic spiritual advice. Okay. All right. We can do that. And I will pull the cards to project from Monday to Sunday. Yeah, okay. Okay, Foster. Foster wants to know how her week is gonna go. So random. All right, Spirit. Can we tap into Foster's energy? Let's see how this week is going to go. We're going to start on Monday and end on Sunday. Monday starting tomorrow. How is this week going to go for Foster? Thank you. I can't remember exactly where I got this. I want to say it was like TJ Maxx during like Halloween season, like 5 years ago. I got 2 of them. Something like that. That or Ross. I can't remember. Okay. Foster. Okay, so I feel like this week coming up is going to be very much projected with you and your relationship, to be quite honest. I am seeing the beginning of the week starting off with the King of Cups. So this is kind of an indicator that, to me, this is going to just be starting off with the main things that are going to be happening this week is going to be with you and your relationship. I see some fighting. I see the Tower card in reverse, which just means like less detrimental, some nitpicking. I see that the connection between the two of you is still hot and heavy and strong. You got the Lovers card, but I am seeing the Ace of Cups in reverse, and that to me always signifies like a delay in love. So this could just be some nitpicking back and forth with you and Jackson, and basically just having a little bit of a time off, a little, not like a breakup time off, but like just, you know, maybe going a day or two without really kind of communicating and talking to each other. I am seeing happiness, but I'm also seeing the feeling of just kind of being left out in the cold. You know, I'm almost getting the feeling that you guys have been up each other's ass. I hate to be so direct and so blunt about it, but that's kind of like the vibe I've been getting. Almost like you guys are kind of like, I don't know if it's like the beginning stage of the relationship or where you guys are just so like obsessed with each other, but I feel like there's needing to be a little bit of a break. Almost like you guys are going to be getting your, you know, how I want to say this. You guys just need a little bit of a breather. I feel like you guys are so hot and heavy and strong, and you guys are so connected. You need a little bit of a break. I just see a little bit of a hiccup, just meaning that irritation. We have we used with each other every single day. I'm seeing a little bit of a break. I'm seeing you. Yeah, you need to have a little bit of a break. Is kind of what I'm seeing. I don't see anything, like I said, the Lovers card is in the middle of the week. I mean, this is a strong relationship. That's the big thing because the beginning of the week is talking about the King of Cups. So I definitely feel like this whole week is going to be projected between you and your significant other. Thank you for writing in caps. That helps me so much. But I definitely feel like that's the biggest thing that Spirit wanted to talk about. And you got the Empress in reverse, and the Empress in reverse to me usually means a feminine energy being mean and nasty. I don't know if there's been something that your significant other has been irritating you with, or has been saying things to you and you're just going to like snap and like hurt his feelings, but be careful of that. I am seeing a little tit for tat on your end. Something's going to kind of come up and it's going to make you irritated, but it's short-lived. It's nothing that's going to be crazy or it's going to break you guys out. But there's good things. Like I said, I see a very healthy relationship between you two. But there's going to be a little bit of drama. So I would give it a little bit of patience and a little bit of a break. If you want to avoid that drama, I would maybe just recommend keeping conversations, you know, kind of limited to any type of negativity. If negativity comes up in a conversation, just kind of downplay it and keep your thoughts to yourself. Because I see that Empress card in reverse, and to that means basically more of a mean female. And just you being female, I'm just going to point the finger at you. So just be careful, that's all. But no indicator of anything, you know, super crazy happening. But just, you know, maybe just keep your lips a little bit shut if a topic comes up that you're not really liking. So it will, so maybe, the Empress in reverse is my indicator for a mean female. So I would say either you're going to be mean or lashing out, or there might be somebody that could be coming in the middle of you. And that can also mean like a negative mother-in-law type of card too. But that's what I'm seeing. Just be careful. Just be careful how you articulate certain things, how you feel. Just so it doesn't come off as, you know, being rude, basically. No worries. It's like kind of like my theme, you know, being dark with the lights. It kind of like blends in, so. When you said that the days not talking to each other, will that be bad? No, it doesn't mean that would be bad. It just means that, like, if you're used to talking to each other all day, every day, you might have a day where you go to work or go to school or whatever, and you just might be really super exhausted. And you might just keep the conversation very minimum. And that's okay. A little bit of separation in a relationship is okay. It's going to be fine. I'm just saying that I feel like this week is going to be very geared toward you and Jackson. I see a little bit of a hiccup because I do see that tower moment, but it's in reverse. And the tower moment to me is something that's not as tumultuous. So it's not going to be anything that's going to be super devastating, but I almost feel like irritation is what I'm feeling right now. Like I feel a little irritated. Like I just feel like almost like getting on each other's nerves. Just take a little bit of a break. And a little bit of a break could just mean instead of having an hour conversation on the phone, just have a 5 to 10 minute conversation. Just kind of like take it down a minute. That's all. That's all. Nothing crazy. Nothing like super out of the ordinary, but just kind of, you know, you wanted a 7-day forecast. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that it's basically going to be revolving around you and Jackson in a nutshell. I hope you like that. Is Annette still in here? Did Annette? My anxiety is making me think the other way. Yeah, you're too much in your head. Just take a breather. Just, yeah, take some time. You seem like a very, like a go-getter. Like, take it down a notch. Have a lazy day. Get your pajamas on and don't do nothing. Rest. Take some time to rest. It's okay. But all good vibes that I'm getting out of that. Just, you know, nitpicking, irritation, irritability. That's where I'm getting at. Annette. Oh, yes, I'm here. Okay, so Gemini, that's you, Annette. Okay. May I have a general reading, please? Okay, Annette, I need your birthday. You are so welcome. All right, Annette. And then if Mikayla's still in here, I'll do Mikayla after Annette. So Annette, I just need your birthday. I need you to write in caps. '78 or 78? Is that like July 8th? In general. I'm gonna start shuffling. Get ready. General reading for Annette. May 30th. Okay, May 30th for Annette. General reading for Annette. Please, Spirit. General reading for Annette. Please, Spirit. Birthday, May 30th. right, Annette. Let's see what's going on. Annette, can I ask you before we dive in deep, are you single? No, you're in a relationship. Okay. The only reason I asked is because I had the Knight of Cups come out, and that usually is an indicator of new love, but it can also be an indicator of a friendship too. But I really won't know more until I draw more cards, so give me a second. Okay. So when I got that first card of the Knight of Cups, I was asking Spirit in my head to kind of clarify that a little bit more. So basically the big thing that I got out of it was the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Wands in reverse. So basically to me, when I had talked to Spirit about that, I'm almost getting almost like the warning of just try not to be combative, as a little bit of a warning that I got. I kind of see almost like an ego thing going on in your relationship, to where it's almost like the drama of wanting to prove one is right. You know, when they say pick and choose your battles in marriage, I almost got that feeling of just really kind of being careful and being patient and picking and choosing your battles. Be careful. That might not have anything to do with you. That might be with your significant other. They might just be one of those type of people that is very stubborn, and you just having to be patient and just, you know, take the time and let them digress at their own rate. But it was kind of implicating in the love life to just kind of be patient with the bickering, if that makes sense to you. I pulled some more cards, and then the big thing that I'm seeing the Queen of Wands on a side note, and the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're trying to create something new in your life right now. I see you're having a very strong manifestation skills to make this happen, but I do see it's going to come with a partnership. I do see somebody stepping in to help you. So this is something that's definitely you are manifesting and creating on your own soul's journey. And the Queen of Wands basically means a woman manifesting her goals and being very successful at it. The two knights that had came in right after that, that to me signifies a partnership, like almost like somebody's going to be coming in, or you could be creating something in your mind and needing help, and it's like almost like a business transaction. Before I go on further, does that make sense with the love relationship that you're in, kind of being careful with verbally articulating certain things with that ego drama? And are you currently trying to manifest something? Let's start there before we go forward. Yes, we are trying to build a company in trucking. Okay, I definitely see that being a very successful thing. The Queen of Wands is verbatim a female being able to manifest her soul's desire. So you have a very strong manifestation gift. I would like to almost, I've thought about doing numerology readings too, but I bet your first and last name and your date of birth would probably give you your numerology number. That's another day for another time. But some people are more stronger at manifesting than others. Yes, he can be stubborn at times. Okay. It's weird because it's like when I saw like the relationship card, like the Knight of Cups, and I saw that Five of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, basically just meaning that in the love life, taking the time and having the patience to walk away from the ego battle. So that's kind of just more so I feel like Spirit is wanting to reconfirm just, being a bigger person, or just really kind of picking and choosing your battles, because I feel like that might be something that comes up, and with all the stress and all the anxiety of trying to build this new company, everybody's, irritation is on high alert. A lot of people can be very irritated very easily. So just be cautious on how you guys kind of interact, because it is very stressful when you're manifesting something so profound like that. I mean, starting a new company and like the whole trucking, I mean, that is a lot of micromanaging. That's a lot of intelligence to pull that shit off. So just know that it's going to be a little stressful, but I do see that the Queen of Wands, so I mean, I do see you manifesting that, but I do see it with a partnership. So this could just be you and your husband doing it, or this could be a business partner coming in, but I do see the partnership. I do see the two people, you being included, making this happen and it being very successful. So good for you. All right. I am seeing something else, okay? So with my other deck that I pulled, I am seeing the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands to me is a card to me that represents having a spiritual awakening. So I'm not sure if you are a spiritual person or not, or if you meditate, or if you can pick up on vibrations or people's energy. I don't know if you're empathic or not, but I do see a new chapter coming over where you are going to be a little bit more psychically in tuned and being more connected to spirit. This probably goes hand in hand with you being able to really visualize your manifestation skills and really kind of taking that to the next level, because once you realize that you're a powerful, yes, you're spiritual, good, well, you're about to hit a whole new chapter with your spiritual awakening, because that card to me is like the next level of like ascending with your spiritual awakening. So a lot of it goes hand in hand, just being a really powerful manifester. Once you can manifest things, then you're able to kind of tap into that frequency and raise your vibrations and get the things that you want. I am seeing that Ace of Swords, which is to me the sign of you going through oh good, I hope that was good tears. So this is the thing, when I pulled that card, the spiritual awakening card, it's following two different things. It's following the Devil card, and it's following the Sun card. When you go through a spiritual awakening, you're tapping really into that spiritual side. It's going to be a positive and a negative. There's going to be new negativity, new negative forces that are going to try to stop you in your tracks. They're going to try to haunt you and to get you off the track. I do see a lot of happiness. I see everything in your life coming to a full circle. Like I said, you're a powerful manifester. Manifester? Yeah, manifester. And but that Devil card, I mean, there's going to be negativity lurking. There's definitely going to be low vibrational beings, you know, especially when you're very strong and you're starting your own company. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be jealous of you. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to smile at your face and are going to say, oh my God, how great, you got your own company. And really and truly, they're going to be giving you the fucking evil eye, and they're not going to want you guys to succeed. You're going to feel that, and your significant other is going to be feeling that too. So that is probably another reason why in the beginning of the reading, I picked up on just being very patient and keeping the arguing at a minimum, because your aura is going to be conflicted, and so is his. You guys are moving into a whole new chapter and being very strong and manifesting this next chapter. I feel like people are definitely going to be giving you the negative eye and sending negativity. Even though they may act happy and say, oh, this is so great, they don't think you guys can do it. But you can do it. I mean, like I said, you got the Queen of Wands. I mean, you have the ability, you have the strength, you can do it. But definitely tap into that new movement that you're about to go through with that spiritual awakening. Spirit is on your side. You are being guided. There's a lot of happiness coming. I see a lot of good things happening, but you have to be prepared to handle the negativity when it hits. You know, the last spiritual awakening I just went through, I had a lot of low vibrational beings always trying to like penetrate like my force field, like in my home. You know, when you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go get a glass of water and you can just feel that darkness in the living room. Build up your protection. Really cleanse the home. Maybe want to cleanse the home once a week for the next couple of weeks, just until everything kind of calms down, because it sounds like you guys are very busy with this whole new business transaction. Definitely protect. Cleanse is the biggest thing I'm seeing. Because there's people that are going to be fake. And people can say that they're really happy for you and they want the best for you, but they're lying. I mean, even family members and even close people, best friends, I mean, they'll always be supportive, but a lot of times they're jealous. So just protect yourself, cleanse. Anytime somebody comes over, cleanse your house. Anytime somebody leaves, just cleanse. It could be good people, it could be bad people, I don't care. Just constantly keep the energy at a high level, because like I said, you having that spiritual awakening, you're going to be targeted with low vibrational beings, and that's just inevitable. You can't progress on a psychic level without, you know, somebody explained it to me one time that when you reach a certain level of psychic awareness, you stand out like a flashlight. So you could be like in a cabin in the woods and there's nobody around you, but you send out light vertically. And low vibrational beings that wander on this earth have nothing better to do, and you are standing out like you have a lantern in your hand. So just be aware of psychic attacks and just protect yourself. And I really foresee this next chapter being very, very powerful in your favor. I almost feel like your husband's not as strong as you, though, or your significant other. And not in a bad way, just like spiritually is what I meant out of that. I feel like spiritually, they're not as equipped as you are. So maybe that's another reason why we got that reading with the love, to kind of like be prepared for it, and not to let, you know, the ego of wanting to always be right get in the way, because I feel like that's another reason why you're probably going to need to cleanse the house a lot more, because I feel like he's going to need extra help. You're going to be mentally prepared for it, but I feel like he needs more help than you do, if that makes sense. I hope that helped, Annette. You're very welcome. All right. Is Mikayla in here? Did she still want a reading? Is she in here? Where's my Mikayla? Oh, thank you, Beyond Breezy. Ultraviolet, absolutely. I was actually thinking that. Yes, you could be right after Mikayla. August 25th. Okay, Mikayla, what would you like to know? And if you can, write in caps for me, please. And then I'll do ultraviolet, and then I'll probably be done because I really only get on lives when my kids are taking a nap. And I can like shudder. I can feel like they're gonna wake up soon. You're welcome. All right, Mikayla, what do you want to know? Oh yeah, I can hear them. They're already whining. All right, yeah. So Mikayla, and then ultraviolet, and then I'll be done for the day. I'll try to come on later on tonight. A general reading. General advice. Okay, Mikayla. August 25th, Spirit. Can we get a general reading with general advice for Mikayla, please? Oh, stop it, Shannon. You just stop it. Okay, Mikayla, I need to ask, are you in a relationship right now? I'm seeing the Two of Cups, but I have a lot of negativity that's following it right now. So this could be a relationship that you're in right now, or this could be a projected relationship that you just got out of, but I kind of want a little bit, because this went into a relationship, the Two of Cups. No, I am not. Did you just get out of a relationship? Only because like I said, I'm seeing that Two of Cups. So this is a relationship that could be in harmony. It could be a very strong twin flame bond with somebody too. But before I dive in, if you just got out of a relationship like recently, but I'm not really feeling that either. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I see. I'm seeing the Two of Cups. I'm seeing the Moon. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords. Like, just look at how much negativity I'm seeing. I'm seeing, you know, you kind of being backstabbed and hurt in a situation, you really kind of having to take control and really stand up for yourself. I see somebody that is in your life and they're not being truthful and they're not being honest. I am seeing that Moon card. That Moon card is the lies and deceit. So there is some type of a relationship. So whether obviously you're single, but there is some type of a relationship that you're in or you're about to have that is kind of going to be a very tricky situation for you to come out of. This could be a twin flame connection with a friendship too. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship. A lot of times too, that Two of Cups can be a twin flame connection with a friend, but there's a relationship in your life that's about to go very sour. A lot of backstabbing. I feel like this is almost has to do with somebody that's in power in your life. I'm seeing the Emperor card, and I'm kind of hearing from Spirit, it's almost somebody of an authority status. So somebody who's very successful, somebody who's very strong. This is the falling out relationship that I'm seeing. So if it's not a relationship, obviously like a sexual relationship, this could be somebody in the home life, or this could be a friendship. But it's a very strong male, a very strong male. But like I said, I see a lot of lies and deceit that are going to be coming out of the situation. You having to stand up for yourself. Just really kind of, I wasn't in an official relationship, but my ex from years ago, we were always trying to hatch things. I wouldn't do it. If this is the energy, if like when I ask this question and I'm giving you this information, if it's resonating with you that this could be the ex that's been kind of in and out, I would stay away from it. You know, that Emperor card is the strong individual, almost like a self-made type of man. So if he is like an entrepreneur, or if he's somebody that is a leadership type of statue, and I don't know how to let go of him, but I do feel like our relationship is toxic. Yeah, I mean, everything in here is telling me that it's toxic. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. My husband just gave me the reminder to get off because the kids are up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's definitely what Spirit wants to talk about. So, I mean, if he is that strong individual, if he has that entrepreneur type mentality, if he is a leader in the work field, if he's just that go-getter, that's what Spirit wants to talk about. I don't see it being favorable for you. The Moon card, that is lies and deception being revealed. You are being very exhausted, having to stand up for yourself in this relationship, even if you're just trying to attempt to think about if it's worth hatching out and making things, come together again. I see betrayal, the Three of Swords. I mean, that's like the vampire stabbing you like in the heart. Like, I see a lot of pain. I see it really being really hard for you to make that decision and how to walk away. It being very tricky. I feel like you're kind of navigating through life, not knowing how to break away from this past relationship. Maybe it was your first love. Maybe it was somebody that you had children with, but it's definitely a profound impact that this individual had on you in your life. And you're just trying to navigate how to feel like yourself again, and to not have to correlate who you were with them and now have to have a whole new identity. So definitely take time. Rest is like the big thing that I'm seeing. You need to take time for yourself. I would be quiet with him. I wouldn't engage into too much conversations. If he wants to communicate with you, I would leave it to texting. I wouldn't try to meet in person or have long, lengthy conversations on the phone, is what I'm hearing. You need to kind of stay strong. I feel like you're a little emotionally unstable right now, because this is probably a really hard transition for you to walk away from that individual and to commit and to stop having the feeling of going back and forth and making it work. You got the Hierophant card, so you really need to, like this to me, I mean, you need to zen out. You need to have faith and stay strong. You really need to heal from this toxic relationship between the two, and you need to not look back. Spirit's telling me that you need to move forward. You need to move forward. I do see the Ace of Wands too, and the Ace of Wands is you creating a whole new life, a whole new scenery, manifesting your desires. Let's tap in a little bit more to that. Thanks. It's so weird because I moved to a new complex, and ironically, he lived here. Oh, Mikayla. Fuck. That sounds toxic. Hopefully it's not too close in the complex where you guys constantly like walk a dog and you can see each other, or, park next to each other. But I'm feeling the big warning of staying away. Yeah. It's, that could have, this is a real test for you. This is a real test. Don't be confused about ironically moving into that same complex and taking that as a sign to work things out. I'm not picking up on that at all. I'm seeing warning. Don't do it. You're going to exhaust yourself. you're going to exhaust yourself and overwhelm yourself, having to constantly stand up for you and what you believe in and what you feel is right, and demanding how you want to be treated, and then them bickering and bantering back and forth about how, you know, they treat you the way they treat you and you're crazy. And yes, I thought it might be a sign, to be honest. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for it. If it was a sign, then the cards would say differently. That's the fucking sign, is the cards. That's not it. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm going to tap into this Ace of Wands, and then I'm going to go. Because, God forbid, my husband take care of our children without me. Okay. Yeah, be very careful, Mikayla. I'm seeing the High Priestess in reverse, and that is you spiritually not listening to your spirit guides. Hold on, I don't know why this song always comes on. I hate Avril Lavigne. This is a big warning. A big warning. I feel like it almost feels like you want it to work out, but Spirit wants me to reconfirm with you to please listen to your intuition. Please listen to your spirit guides and to your gut. It's not going to work out. I am seeing that you need to have some temperance in your life. You need to really kind of have balance. You need to put Mikayla first and to stay focused on that. I see a little bit of the ego battle that you're going to be having in your head about you wanting to basically just do what you want to do. It feels right. It sounds right. You have that strong connection with them. Why can't you make it work? Why can't you just roll with it? I feel like it's gonna be an inner demon that you're gonna be fighting in your head, and this is where the High Priestess in reverse comes in, because the High Priestess is the intuition card, and with it being in reverse, it's you purposely not listening to your intuition. I feel like you have a lot of happiness coming your way. You got the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of happiness in the home life, and friendships. Everything's going to be working out just fine. I just feel like it's going to come at a little bit more of a plateau state. You need to kind of just listen to Spirit and have that Temperance card. That Temperance card is having the balance. So, you know, if you work hard and you're off on the weekends, you need to do something that makes Mikayla happy. Even if it's just going for a walk, even if it's painting, even if it's, you know, creating content online, you need to do something that you want to do for yourself, because I feel like your inner thoughts are going to kind of dominate, and you're going to think that you're in control of the outcome with that person, and you can't control that. That's, he's toxic. It's toxic. I mean, it could be exhilarating. I mean, I'm sure a person like that, especially being that Emperor card, being self-made and very driven, I mean, I'm sure it's one hell of a personality to be around, but don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I gotta do ultraviolet next, too. I forgot. All right, I'll do ultraviolet. I forgot. And then I'm done. Does that make sense, Mikayla? Don't do it. Do not do it. Listen to Spirit. Listen to your intuition. Do not try to think that you're in control and that you can make it better. Don't do it. Okay. Yeah, it's really weird. It's almost like I feel like you're going to be like I said, it's almost going to be like an internal ego in your head that you're going to be battling. All right, ultraviolet, where are you? I need your name and date of birth in caps, please. You're welcome, Mikayla. I hope that helped. Oh, thank you. I'm here. I'm here for you. Okay, Olivia. It's Olivia's turn. August 11th. And then Olivia will be my last one. Okay. Olivia, did you want a general, or was there a particular question you wanted me to ask and hone in on? Love reading / clarity. I am getting mixed signals from the guy I've been having feelings for a while. Okay. If you feel comfortable, Olivia, give me his name. I can tap it onto it better that way. September 16th. Michael. Olivia and Michael, Spirit. Can you get clarification on what's going on with their relationship? Olivia and Michael's love relationship. What is going on? Can we get clarity for Olivia, please? I can see why you're getting mixed signals because this reading is all over the place. Okay, so it's really weird. It almost feels like the relationship between you and Michael, what I'm picking up on, is almost like there is a little bit of a sense of boredom and stagnation between the two of you. So you got the Four of Cups twice. You got the Four of Cups upright right here, and then you have the Four Cups in reverse right over here. And that basically is telling me that there's the boredom and just being stagnant into life with you and Michael. So when I asked Spirit to kind of clarify, you know, I see some disharmony, the lovers in reverse. That could be the disharmony in the relationship, just meaning that right now it's not really flowing. I don't foresee this being healthy. I'm seeing the Death card in reverse, and I feel like you're reaching a point where things are being said that you can't take back. And it almost feels like, how do I say this? It's almost like I feel like you guys have a lot that can come out of your relationship. I'm seeing the Magician and the 10 of Pentacles. I see the possibilities of a great healthy relationship, a great possible, future with this individual. But it almost feels like on Michael's end, when I tap into it, I just feel like he's almost like self-sabotaging. Does that make sense? I almost feel like he doesn't want to spend time with you. Like almost like there's just that feeling of not wanting to have that connection. Almost like there's like a wall being brought up. Is that making sense? Let me pull some more cards on it too. It's weird. It's like, almost like he is acting so weird lately. I don't, honestly, it almost feels like he's trying to exit out of the relationship or exit out of the situation for what it is, and he doesn't know how. Like, it feels like he's bored. It feels like feels stagnant in life. It feels like he almost wants the thrill of fucking drama. Like, he's just, like, everything was just going so great and everything was so kind of plateauing at a nice consistent base, but I'm seeing disharmony. That Lovers in reverse, I mean, there's something's not meshing. Something's changing. You got the Death card in reverse too. Something's changing. Something's transitioning. He doesn't want to spend time with you. He's being very distant, even though you guys have this amazing connection and, you know, you have so many opportunities to make this relationship a healthy one. Something's fishy. Something's fishy, but it doesn't feel like there is somebody else in mind. It just feels like they almost just want attention. It is best for me to just let it go. Let me see. I mean, so far, yeah, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, I mean, definitely, because this individual doesn't seem like they are happy in their own life at the moment. They seem like they're plateauing and they're creating chaos just for attention. And honestly, it sounds like he's looking for an out, but maybe you guys just haven't had that knockout drag ass fight or anything, you know, crazy's happened for him to be like, all right, that was the straw that broke the camel's back and now we're over. Or now I can distance myself from you. It's kind of like the energy I'm picking up on. I feel like there's a transition that's happening between the two, and it's not ending in love. I can be honest with you and just tell you that. But let me ask a couple more cards. Oh, the first card that came out was the Tower card. It's just hard because I see him every day. We go to school together. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan. If you guys are in a relationship and you are boyfriend, girlfriend, it's time to end it. He's not happy. He's bored. He needs and seeks a lot of attention. He's looking for drama. And it seems like you are very drama-free. You're not feeding into that chaos. I wonder if he's a Capricorn. He literally is... He's bored. He's trying to create drama. And you're being caught in the fire of it. That Tower card, shit's about to hit the fan. Something's about to pop off. Virgo. Oh, it's just as bad. Oh my God, you got... Oh my God, you ready for this? You got the Tower card twice. You got the Tower card in the Everyday Witch series, and then you got it in the Tarot of the Haunted House. So you have something that is very super big that's about to crumble. If you guys are in a relationship, I see this being you guys breaking up over this. Something traumatic is about to happen, and it's going to be an explosion. It's going to be very difficult because you do see him at school and you guys do constantly cross your paths. Just be a bigger person, and if you really want to hurt him, you ignore him like he never existed. That's one way to really get underneath a guy's skin, is to completely act like they fell out of the universe. But it's kind of hard to do sometimes, I mean, but that just seems to be always the big thing that has always worked on my end. But yeah, you got the Tower card twice. Shit is about to hit the fan. It's going to happen very quickly. Be ready for it, please. Spirit wants you to know that you're going to be having the strength. This is my divine intervention. It's going to be very, very hard for you. It's going to be very, very hard for you. So please be ready, but you are going to be given help from Spirit. You are going to be strong in order to make this transition, but you're not going to win. This individual is creating chaos in their life. It has nothing to do with you. One day he acts obsessed, and then he will ignore me and then pick on me. I don't get it. I don't get him. He's bored. It's almost like a sociopathic type of mentality. Like, little things in life aren't satisfying him on, like, almost making him feel happy and completed. It's almost like he's a mentality. Like, little things in life aren't satisfying him on, like, almost making him feel happy and completed. It's almost like he's not being fulfilled with positivity. He's having to create destruction and negativity in order to get aroused, is what I'm picking up on. That's what it feels like. Toxic. It doesn't feel, it feels like bipolar type shit. For real. Yes, and I got the freaking boredom card. You've gotten the boredom card out of the 3 decks I'm using. He's bored. He's obviously needs attention. He's drama fed. Very dramatic. Stay away. Give yourself some space. Shit's about to hit the fan. I swear, if you don't make the move, he's going to make the move, and it's going to be some crazy reason why you guys have to separate and go on different paths. So, you know, don't let him contemplate on this for too long. Don't let him make up something and make it feel like it's all in your head and you were the one doing this the whole time. He will manipulate you to convince you that you're the one that fucked it up. He also doesn't know what he wants to do with his life, if that is why he's bored. Well, it could be a reason why he's so self-destructive, because he is almost spiraling out of control. You know, if he can't manifest, and if he can't create a goal for him to achieve, that's a very difficult thing for somebody to go through. I mean, that's not easy for an individual to realize that they can't visualize something and achieve it. Once you realize that you can set a goal and you can accomplish that goal through manifestation, through visualization, through planning, and just being very strong-minded, you can do anything. So until you really kind of hit that point in life, it is almost like a self-sabotaging mentality. Yeah, you're gonna be very hurt from this. Your feelings are gonna be very hurt. I feel like he's going to make up something to make this transition happen very quickly. You got the 8 of Wands. So, I mean, this is about to unfold very quickly. So he isn't ready mentally to be a good person for a relationship. He does not look like he is ready for... No. He's got some issues. He's got some internal issues that he needs to work out on his own. And it sounds like he's about to have a moment, a bitch fit, to be honest. Like, I just see him being very bored and just unhappy with his life at the moment. I really don't think it has anything to do with you. I just feel like he is unhappy with himself and where his life is going, and he is trying to create drama to get almost like a thrill. Like, I don't feel like he's able to make himself happy naturally. He's having to have chaos. And then almost like he's getting that satisfaction after like the dust is settled and he's able to pick up the pieces is how he gets fulfillment. I don't think this is a good relationship suitor for you at the moment. If you're in a relationship, I would definitely take a break. If you guys are talking, hooking up, interacting, I would take it down a notch. I would start slowly backing off. Because it almost seems like if you back off too much at once, it can flip him off, and then it's just negative. Like, almost like I feel like sourness in my mouth. Like, he'd just be fucking vicious. He'd just be angry. Be careful with that one. That one's a tricky one. That Virgo. Those damn Virgos. You can't trust them. Ugh. All right, any last spiritual advice, please, Spirit, before we go? I got the Devil card in reverse, so you need to listen. That is the negativity card, and you being warned and you not listening, you need to listen. Thank you. This makes thank you. This helps me understand how he's thinking, and I'm making it easier. Yeah, he's you need to listen. You need to take this seriously, because this is a toxic individual, and negativity is coming, so be ready. You got the Tower card that showed up. This is really hard for you. You got the 5 of Cups. This is the sadness card. So you see how she's like crying over like 3 spilt cups, but there's 2 more up there on the table. So even though this is really hard for you to digest, and this is almost devastating is what I'm kind of picking up on, you got good things coming. You got good things coming. Let this one go. This one's not a keeper. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of like hoarding his emotions and keeping himself very kind of to himself. He's really not communicating with you on how he feels and how he foresees things going, and he's using that to create the drama of how he wants things to pan out. So you kind of need to beat him to the punchline and demand more respect for yourself, what you are looking for in a relationship, and he's not meeting those guidelines. He's not cutting it. So like I said, if you're in a relationship with him, you need to back off, and if you're just talking, you know, like talking, then starts walking away. He is so hard to read. This makes so much sense. Good. He's hard to read because I feel like he's very in his head. Like he's very secretive with his thoughts. I feel like he's not communicating authentically of how he feels. So this is what I'm seeing. This is huge for you. And it's going to be very, very hard. I see a lot of devastation. I see a lot of sadness on your end. This is really going to hit you hard. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You got good things happening for you. Just back off. Oh, I see the Fool card. You got a whole new chapter that's about to unfold. Let's get through this. Let's heal from this breakup, this separation. And Spirit's telling me that you have a new chapter that's about to unfold. You got good things coming. A whole new chapter you're about to start in life. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely gonna be with a lot of people embracing life, devoting yourself to this new chapter that's about to happen. Thank you. I needed the clarification to let it go. You need to let it go, babe. It's time to let it go. Let that shit go. It's not working out in your favor, and you're not benefiting from it. So, you know, you're not tied down to this individual. You're not married. You don't have kids with them. Walk away. It's so much easier when you're not married and you don't have children with somebody. Just fucking walk away. And like I said, and if you really want to fuck with them, ignore them. They hate that. Hate it. And I know that because I had one guy do it to me. And he was like an alcoholic, and I broke up with him because he had issues, and I was completely validated, but it still stung to know that it was just cut off so quick. You know what I mean? When you don't have that closure, it leaves an impact. So even though I was the one that walked away and I wanted it, at the end of the day, feeling like I couldn't read the aftermath, and I didn't have that ability to tap in and to see how they were doing and communicate with them after the fact, it kind of stung. A little bit. Just a little. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah. Definitely let it go. Okay? Alright, guys. I will try to come on later on tonight. I got children screaming in the background. Shannon, I love you. Call me later. Gordy's going to be here in a little bit, so maybe we can FaceTime. You are so welcome. I really felt like you needed that. I was going to leave the live without reading you, and then I forgot. And I'm like, no, I have to read you. So that was really important. That was really, really, really important. So I'm glad that helped. I hoped everybody enjoyed that. And I will try to come on tonight. And then remember, all of my lives are going to be posted onto my YouTube channel. So my live from last night, I'm about to upload here in a little bit. And then I'll upload this one probably later. So always revert back if you need confirmation and clarity of what we talked about. All right. Bye, guys.